Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Unraveling the Darkness. Tonight, we have Joslyn Lichtenwalter. She is a paranormal investigator and haunted doll curator based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She began collecting haunted dolls in February, creating the Purple Room as a protected space centered on ethical care, safety, and respect for spirits with complex histories. Known for being serious when needed while embracing humor, she is one half of Let's Go Ghouls, a core member of the Ghoulfriends, and a member of Haunted Garage Reloaded. Joslyn is honored to be the keeper of the iconic Sallie House dolls, and we look forward to talking to her tonight. Good evening.
Good evening, Aaron. How we doing, man?
Doing all right. How are you?
Hey, not too bad. Just hunkering down, man. Trying to weather out this windstorm we got going on right now.
Oh, the last week has been
Brutal.
something, man. Last week they clocked 105 mile per hour wind gust one day. Today, before I came down, Gina saw that there was 109 mile per hour wind gust.
Yep, I saw 111 up at Glendo, I guess, which is like an hour and a half north of us.
Right.
Yeah.
On top of that, like the last week, stuff with the team, Michelle, we're thinking about you, and
Yep.
you with some stuff that's going on job wise.
Man, I tell you, we need to just put some good vibes out there. Nothing but good stuff for us. 2026.
That's it. About an hour and a half ago, you weren't even sure that you were going to make the podcast.
Yeah, we had a frickin' wildfire kick up like a mile behind my house with the winds blowing straight at us. Yeah, I text you. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make it tonight.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, pretty well like sustained winds in the 50s to 60s, and then we're getting these gusts in the 80s, 90s. I've fought wildfires out there in that area, and it's just open.
I imagine it's just brutal.
It is, the wind's kicking up and it's blowing them, and it's crazy.
But that's a big shout out to our wildfire teams out here. They had this, like I said, 60 mile an hour sustained winds, 100 plus gusts, and they had this put down in under 2 hours. It's amazing what these guys can do out here.
It did sound like there might have been a couple structures lost. That your area is volunteer, a volunteer department. They do have a paid crew that's there, but it's a lot of volunteers. It is the third busiest department in Wyoming, behind Cheyenne and Casper. The year I left, we were running about 750 calls a year, and now those guys are running probably 1,100 to 1,200 a year.
Yeah. And you got to think, these volunteer guys, this happened right at the time everybody's getting off work. Like, I was driving back from getting an afternoon coffee, and there was almost some big car accidents at some of the intersections because people didn't want to get out of the way of the fire trucks. And it was getting nasty.
Big, huge pet peeve. Like, I'm like, just move.
Yeah, just move over. That's all you got to do.
Over. Yeah. So, geez. Yeah. Let's just kind of relax a little bit and have some fun tonight.
Heck yeah.
I've listened to Joslyn on the Haunted Garage Reloaded podcast, and she's part of Ghoulfriends with Penn Paranormal, and we had Ashley on from there. We're actually having the Ghoulfriends on next year.
Yep.
So that'll be awesome to
it will,
and talk to them again and have their whole team. So let's not waste any time and bring her in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Joslyn.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry to hear about that fire.
Oh,
Fire.
yeah.
Sorry. I have to really pronounce that.
Yeah.
Got that Oklahoma in there. It's okay.
Yeah.
We always start out by, excuse me, just really
Yeah. So
asking,
Penn Paranormal is actually investigating. Sometimes people are like, "What?"
just really asking. Well, we're getting some feedback there and it's overlapping. So we really start out by just kind of asking what got you interested in the paranormal?
So my grandparents actually lived in a haunted house. And one night I was staying the night with them and they made me sleep in a waterbed and laying in the waterbed by myself. And all of a sudden my side of the waterbed goes down and the other side goes up. And I rolled over, nobody is there. Or I'm sorry, my side goes up and the other side goes down. And I rolled over and nobody was there. And I knew that an old man had shot himself in the back room. And so just from that on, we go away. He was always opening up cabinet doors, turning on lights, and I loved it. And so ever since then, me and my grandpa actually used to investigate together before I made friends. Now that I made friends, he kind of stays behind, but that's okay. He doesn't mind.
I bet those were some of the best investigations though with your grandpa, right?
They were so much fun and all the memories we made. I remember one of our first investigations we did, I slammed my finger in the car door, like blood's going out, and he was like, "I don't care. I don't care. Hold on, put some tape on it. We've got to go. We're running late." And I'm like, "Okay, Gramps, let me just get some tape because I carry it around with me everywhere I go." He's wild.
That's awesome.
Just rub some dirt on it. We're all right.
Yep. Rub some
Yeah.
dirt on it and move on.
My grandpa is almost as wild as I am, maybe even more.
Nice. So you haven't been doing this for long, like the dolls. You started collecting dolls just this year in February.
I did. I got into dolls when I went to the Bolton House in Texas. And before February, I was actually terrified of it. And so I go to the Bolton House, and there's the prettiest doll sitting there, and I was so drawn to her. I actually investigated her all night and actually slept by her. So the next morning, I leave the Bolton House, and the first thing I do is I come home and I get Tina. She was my very first haunted doll.
Nice.
She's probably my most well-known doll. And she's
Right,
actually
right.
in my shirt right now.
Can you tell us about Tina?
Sure. So Tina has this spirit of a 5-year-old girl in her. Yes, we all love Tina. Her mom was not a very good mom. She would leave Tina home alone at night, and Tina ended up dying from starvation and from being so cold. She never got a birthday, a Christmas. She never had like a birthday party. She just lived a really sad, poor life. So this year she's getting her first Christmas, and I went and bought him a tree. And yes, I did buy them presents that are underneath the tree. So we're gonna make sure she has a really good Christmas this year. But she travels with me. I don't know if you saw, but she travels with me everywhere I go. She's my traveling buddy. You don't get me without Tina, and you don't get Tina without me.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How many dolls do you have at this point?
So I actually counted yesterday, and I've got 121.
Holy cow. All with some kind of spirit attachment, correct?
Yes. I've got about 6 that aren't haunted that people have just given to me, and I still keep them because I'm a doll person, so why not?
Right. I've heard you tell stories about several of your dolls. What would you say is your most, I say most haunted, but they're all haunted, right?
They are.
Maybe most active.
Sure.
active.
Most active.
So that's gonna be Agnes, and I don't know if Pen Paranormal told you the story or not, but Agnes actually called the cops on us one night when we were investigating.
Oh,
Um, Agnes is a very, very negative spirit, but now she's out to roam. I'm living on the wild side and giving her a chance to be out. But we went to the Garnett House in Kansas, and the owner actually said that someone had called the cops, and the cops showed up and they were like, we don't really have any neighbors that could see our door. Like, nobody should have called it in. Who called it in? And the cop was like, we don't know. Something went wrong with the system and we can't even pull the caller in. But the description of the person that was breaking in was the actual description of my doll, Agnes. And so we think that Agnes called the cops on us that night. I did not get banned from the
Wow.
location. Thought for sure I was getting banned, but he thought it was cool. I thought it was cool. So it's a story that I love to say. We love to talk about it.
wow. I'm not sure if you're getting it, Jason, but I'm getting her like cutting out, and I was wondering if maybe Agnes didn't like.
Yeah, she
being
very
talked
well
about.
might be. Yeah, 'cause she was fine until we started, and then she was cutting out like crazy.
Yeah. So that's does that happen quite a bit when you're on? Do you get some interference from your dolls?
So only lately, when I'm with Haunted Garage, they've been lighting up their cat balls. This week, they have been turning the lights on and off. Like I told you, I struggled getting on because they turned my light off and then they turned the computer off. So that actually just happened this week. So I'll be interested to see what happens next week when I'm with the guys on Haunted Garage. And this all started happening when I brought the Sallie House dolls home. So we'll see.
Oh. So how did you acquire the Sallie House dolls?
So I was just sitting here. Her dolls, both dolls, yes. So I was just sitting at home one night and my phone went off, and I'll go to it, and Tony Pickman, out of all people, messages me. And I do it like a double take because I'm like, Tony Pickman is messaging me? Like, he must have the wrong person. And so I'm reading his text, and he said that they like the way that I handle my dolls and I take care of my spirits, and wanted to know if I wanted their dolls. They were keeping them last weekend.
So every time you have started to talk about a doll, we start to get a lag and digitized talking. So that's pretty interesting. One of the first, within our first couple months of doing this, I never pointed out things that would happen. And I'm just like, oh, like I heard this was something, but we've started doing it more. And it always seems when someone is talking about a spirit or something like that. And every time, like in between the two dolls, there was nothing, but you start talking about the dolls. And then it's like they don't want their story to get out almost.
Wasn't it Biff that was telling us that he gets to a certain part and explaining the stuff he's been through, and he'll start getting, network issues.
Right. Go ahead, Joslyn.
So the Sallie House dolls are actually right next to me too. So that's weird.
Yeah. That's
I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how next week goes with the guys.
Right. Now you've only just recently joined the guys on Haunted Garage. They kind of had a little thing go on, and then they started Haunted Garage Reloaded. You came in. How's that been so far?
It's great. I absolutely love the guys. I've learned so much from them, and I will tell you, my self-esteem and my confidence has gone up since joining them. Like, they made me realize so much about myself that I didn't know that I needed. Like Frankie, I could listen to him talk all day long. He gives the best advice when he's not mad. When he's not But he just made me realize that, like, if someone's bullying me, I shouldn't just take it like I used to. Before, I would, like, shut my Facebook off and cry about it for a week, but now I'm like, "Let me fight back." Um, we call him a pit bull, and I like to think I'm like his little puppy pit bull. I was like, gonna follow in his footsteps. So, uh,
Yep,
they're
attack the
great.
trolls.
We laugh every day in our group chat. They're amazing.
Nice.
Is it doing it
Um,
again?
It did towards the end. Like at the beginning of that, we were great, and then at the end, it started to do it again. I think it was the first episode you were on. They had you go to an auto parts store. Now, is that going to be a regular thing that they're going to have you do?
I don't know. I think they enjoy the fact that I don't know anything about cars. I know how to drive one. I mean, not maybe not good, but I do. But because of the whole 6-7 thing going on.
Oh God, the 6-7 thing.
Yeah.
I
So
helped manage a haunted house, and I can't count the amount of times we had kids running through that maze screaming 6-7.
Yeah.
So crazy. You are cutting in and out a little bit there, but we totally make it work. We're good.
Okay, sorry.
You're good. It's all right. So I also saw recently that with the Ghoulfriends, you all got together and brought in, I forgot her name from Ghost Gossip. I see she's over here in the chat. She had come over and y'all had an event or y'all did an investigation. How often are the Ghoulfriends getting together and doing
with
that?
Ashley from Ghost Gossip.
Ashley, yes. I wonder if it wouldn't be better if you tried to get out and then come back in.
Almost every single. Okay, let me try.
Okay. So we'll see if we can get that fixed a little bit and bring her back in.
Yeah, it's always so interesting when we start having technical issues, when talking with haunted. It's usually either haunted dolls or somebody that's talking about doing exorcisms or demonic experiences, stuff like that. And
Right.
yeah, sometimes it comes through so strong. And
Yeah.
like we said, before when we were all chilling in the green room, just talking before the show, her connection was fine.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Super crazy. It was with, I think Victoria, there was something in the background and we heard some noise and I didn't say anything. So I've really tried to start calling that stuff out. For everyone that's in or just getting in, she'll be right back. We're seeing if the dolls are messing with her, if it's just a connection issue. But yeah, every time, there we go. She's back. Let's see if we can grab her.
She booted off again. Yeah.
But yeah, it seems every time some people get to talking about spirits or the demon side of stuff, you get that interference.
Yep. Yeah, and like I was saying, I think Biff was telling us about that he always has problems during certain parts of his conversation.
Right. All right. She's back. Let's bring her back in and we'll see.
Let's try this again.
Yeah, we'll try this again. All right. So we're talking about the Ghoulfriends. Yep.
Oh, she is locked up.
Yeah. Oh.
So very rarely do we involve. Okay. Are we back?
You're back.
Okay. So we very rarely investigate without each other, and we actually get kind of salty whenever one of us ventures out of the group. Not to mention that one of us is doing that soon, and the other ones aren't very happy, and I'm sorry.
Oh no. That's you, I'm guessing.
It is me. Actually going to the Sallie House.
Thought that you were going to the Sallie House.
Yes, so I'm going to the Sallie House without them.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be salty too.
Yeah. I didn't want to tell them at first, and I finally did.
Yeah,
That's one of my bucket list places. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I have to now that I have the dolls.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
absolutely.
take them back there every now and then, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
So I think I remember Ashley talking about you two were going to collaborate on a book about the dolls.
Yes, we are still working on it. We actually talked about it last night, but I fell asleep on her.
So I would think that you're probably going to do like
Hopefully,
oh gosh. We keep losing you.
did you lose me now?
Well, we got you back. So I would guess that you guys are going to do a couple of volumes since you have now 120 something dolls. So
Yes.
that's a good series that you could probably do there.
Yeah, she's the mastermind behind the book for sure. I'm just giving her the doll stories, and she's making it happen.
Right. The gosh, cutting in and out, it's pretty tough. When are you expecting that you guys that you and her should be getting that out? I mean, obviously it's going to take a little bit. Are you looking at late next year?
I'm hoping in the middle of next year.
Can you give us an idea on probably how many dolls you'll have in a book?
I think she wants to do about 20 dolls per book. I think is what we decided. So I've got 121, and I will just keep gaining more. So she's going to be very busy.
Yeah, well, that'll keep both of you busy, right? Because I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to be telling her the stories and everything that goes with it.
Yeah.
Do you
I
have
put Tina down, so hopefully this helps. She's
okay?
never in my lap.
Are you going to go in like chronological order of how you got the dolls, or how are you divvying those up?
So the way she wants to write the book is she wants to do a positive spirit, a negative spirit, a positive spirit, a negative spirit. The only bad thing about that is I only have about 12 positive spirits. I prefer the negative spirit, so eventually we're going to get to the point where we can't write anymore about the positives.
Do you have any negative spirits of notoriety that are? I think I saw or heard at one point that you had like a serial killer spirit.
Yes, so that's Agnes.
Okay.
That is Agnes. That's the one that called the cops on us. I'm going to try one more thing, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
We lost like almost all of that. Sorry. Gosh, everybody.
Yeah, sorry for the silence. It's, you can see her talk, and then we want to give her a chance to, get out what she's saying, and it's on a delay. So it kind of leads to some dead air. But I'm super interested to hear about these dolls.
I know.
Ever since we saw, the documentary that we went and watched here in Cheyenne, The Haunting in Blue Hill, And they had the doll with that. I've always been really interested in, learning about it because it's something I don't know a whole lot about. I've never really, dealt with haunted dolls at all, except for,
Right.
about the famous one, right? But
Right. So looks like she's back. Different view. So yeah, we'll see if this is going to work this time.
sweet.
All right. There we go. All right. Oh, but we can't hear you.
All right, Ghost Gossip. We'll be sure to ask her about Ben because now I want to know about that one too.
Yes, that is Ashley with Ghost Gossip Pod. She has a podcast and it's pretty interesting. I was listening to a couple of those last week. So great show. If you guys aren't listening to us, go listen to her.
Yeah, I'm building up my list of podcasts to listen to, and then the problem is I find one I like, and then I have to listen to all of them before I move on to the next one. So I need to get better about spreading the love and listen to just different ones throughout the week.
Right. And if we can't get a good connection, then we'll try to reschedule and see if we can get her in
Absolutely.
next year and get a good one in tonight.
Yep. There's Kenny. He loves his haunted doll.
Okay, if
Yeah,
this
we do
doesn't work,
too.
I don't know. I don't know what else to do if this doesn't work.
But
That
we can
sounds
hear
so
you
much
and
better.
we can see you, so we're good right now.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Ashley with Ghost Gossip had told us that she thinks it could be Ben causing it, that Ben may want his story told. So let's hear about Ben.
Oh,
Just in case.
Ben is one of my negatives. He likes to play with fire. He was playing with fire in his house, and he took out his entire family and himself due to a house fire. He's super cute, but he is got a dark past. And one night I had this great idea to light a candle, and I was like, "Here, Ben, you want to play with fire?" And the candle was just moving like crazy. It was wonderful. So, yes, he's not very friendly. And when you ask him, like, well, did it hurt when you burnt to death? He said he'll tell you no. He loves the pain, and he'll laugh. So
Wow.
he's
So
cute.
sarcastic. Yep.
Yeah, he's cute, but he's not friendly.
So you do have cameras that run in there. We've seen on your page where you'll post something. Are those running all the time in there?
Yes, they run 24/7.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so even today at work, I kind of knew they'd be super active because I got 57 notifications while I was at work today.
Oh, God.
And of course, it was just them playing with the electricity. So I'm going to have to unscrew a light bulb.
Well, they're doing more than that. They got everything going in that room tonight.
Yeah,
so you made the purple room for them. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So this was actually fun fact about me. Oh my gosh, they won't stop. Okay, guys.
Hey, we can still see you. You're good.
Yeah, we got you.
Guys, can you turn the light back on? Please? I'm sorry. Let me get the remote and turn it back on. Okay. So that's their favorite thing to do. They did that to me on Monday, except they turned it on and turned it off, turned it on, turned it off. Yes, my electric bill is going to be crazy. So this room was actually a nursery at one point.
Hey, this is the
awesome.
most activity we've had during a podcast. Like, don't even worry. I'm cracking up over this. Like,
this is great.
They are having a heyday.
Now that we can hear you, we can still see you. We're good.
Okay. You know what? I'm not even going to mess with them. So what's funny is someone told me earlier I need to get that thing where you can clap to turn the lights on and off. And I'm like, can you imagine me sitting in here like clapping and turning the lights off and then them clapping
Just
back.
nonstop. Yeah.
Yes. I was like, I'm not doing that. That sounds like a horrible idea. So yeah, I don't know. They've been super active this week alone. It's been crazy how active they've been. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Yeah, I've kind of
So
lost
when
it
you
too.
built
The
the purple room
Oh,
for
yes,
them,
yes,
did you
yes.
did you take any precautions, or any special steps when building this room for them, or
No, I just went with it.
just gave them their own space?
Yep, I was sitting here and I was like, this used to be a nursery. It's not a nursery anymore. So I was like, I'm gonna paint the walls purple because I don't know what it is, but when I think of like haunted dolls and stuff like that, that I think of purple. So I painted the walls purple. And then I got Tina, and Tina actually hung out in my kitchen for the longest time. And then once I started getting more dolls, we moved them in here. And so now I'm like running out of room. So I'm like, dang, do I take my dog's bedrooms that I made them and kick them out because I need the space? But the girls and I are opening up a haunted museum.
Oh, nice.
So eventually they'll be moving out of my home into a museum where people can go and investigate. So I'm struggling with it. I'm happy. But at the same time, I've been dragging my feet a little bit because I do like the fact that I can just walk down the hallway and investigate and talk to them whenever I want. Whereas now I'll have to go somewhere. So I'm struggling with that just a tad. And Tina will not be at the museum. Tina's going to stay with me.
Well, you don't have to take everyone there, right? I mean, you can keep some there.
Yeah, I'll probably keep one or two with me. I mean, Tina for sure. But I mean, it's going to be a great place to investigate. You can see what they're doing here with just a room. So I can only imagine what they do when I say, okay, you have an entire house and I won't even be here. So do whatever you want.
Yep. Go nuts.
And is that going to be in the Tulsa area?
So it's going to be kind of towards Bartlesville or Independence, Kansas.
Okay.
We're looking at those two places, and the girls are going to help me run it. And I'm sure I'll have the guys from Haunted Garage come in and do some events. So I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
I bet. What's the process when you get a new doll?
So I'm super weird about it. I get the doll, and I tell everybody this. That's like, well, how do you get so much communication from your dolls? I get the doll. I introduce them into the room to the other spirits, and I set them on a shelf, and they sit for like 2 weeks. And at that time, I let them get used to their environment because I kind of put myself in their shoes. Like, I look at it as if I was being adopted with another family. Like, I'm not going to open up on day one. I'm going to take time to get to know them, and then I'll open up. So I treat the dolls that way, and it's worked every single time. On their 2-week mark, I'll get them, and they communicate. The only doll that has been different is the Sallie House teddy bear. He was active on day one. He wanted to let me know his name. He's been lighting stuff up. He's been spiking things, turning light. I think it's him turning the lights off. He's looking at me right now. It's those two dolls. I'm just super happy to have them, and I can't wait to learn more about them. And I'll say that.
Yeah, let's go back to that because we kind of missed that. And how did you acquire those?
So I think it was back in September. I was just sitting at home, minding my own business, and my phone goes off, and I look down, and it's Tony Pickman, and I'm like, is this real life? Is Tony Pickman messaging me? And sure enough, him and Deb talked about it, and they loved the way that I took care of my dolls. And so they said, we want you to take the Sallie House dolls. And I was like, maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe I'm just super sick and I'm not reading this right. And I think I double read it a few times, and then I screenshotted it and sent it to the girls. And I was like, is this real? And they're like, yes, message him back. So I finally messaged him back, and I was like, if you're being serious, yes, absolutely, I'll take them. So we kept it a secret for a couple of months. And then finally, this past weekend, I think, we went to Atchison to the villa and I got to interview Tony on the dolls and then I got to take them home. And it was just the most amazing experience I've ever had. I wish I could relive it every day. I loved it. I loved everything about that weekend, minus the bathrooms being out at the villa.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And is that the McIntyre Villa you were talking about?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
Looks like a super cool place.
Yes.
Let's see. She's the only one that can contain what is ever in them. I've known Tony for years and he's no BS. Nice.
He's amazing. He is amazing. And they messaged me even after I took the dolls and he said, we've been watching what you've done with the dolls since you brought them home and we just know we made the right choice with you. I'm like, thank you. And now I can't let them down. Like, now I have to make sure I stay doing good.
Yeah.
Pressure's on.
Yeah. And it looks like you won't have a problem doing that. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, anyone that's followed you for a little while knows how much you care for them and how well you take care of them.
I do love them like they're my children. I always say they're my kids that I can't claim taxes on.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, if you could, that'd be awesome, right? I mean,
right?
120
Dang, tax season
dependents.
would be my favorite.
I don't know that I would want 120 dependents, but you know, all ours are the house. So
yeah, that'd be hectic.
Yeah. So the museum is in the works.
Mm-hmm.
What's the timeline on that?
So the goal is to have it opened by fall of next year. I'm struggling. Like I said, I'm struggling because I want the museum, but at the same time, I love walking down the hallway and investigating. I love when I'm sitting in the living room and the TV shuts off and shuts on. And then I love it when I'm sitting here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I love it when they turn the lights off. I act like I'm like embarrassed by it, but really on the inside,
so cool.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
God, so proud. I'm so proud.
Mom.
Yes. But the thing behind the museum is we want an older home that might already have some energy to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want a new house because I'm going to paint it purple. I don't want to ruin a perfect house. I'd rather take one that needs the repair, needs the TLC, and flip it into a museum. So we found a few in Independence, Kansas, but it's an hour away from me. And, you know, I do have the girls there that can help me out, but it's just going to be so much easier if the closer the dolls are to me, because I am struggling with letting them go. I'm attached.
Right.
So hopefully,
it sounds like you've put care into finding each one, you know, giving it its acclimation period and, you know, all that. You take a lot of steps. It's not like you're just going out and bringing them in by the armful and throwing them up on shelves.
Right. And so people, they laugh at me because, like, I'll get some of these people that are like, hey, do you want this doll? And I'm like, what's their story? And I have one lady who is a medium who basically gets like story by story for me. And she knows not to give me any positive spirit dolls. I want only the negatives. And people are like, why do you only take on the negatives? But for me, the positives, I can't help. I can't help a positive spirit doll. The negatives give me, I'm going to say, a challenge. And it's up to me to figure out why they're so upset and to help them. And I like that. So, yes, I only take on negative spirits. But when you think about it as me helping, it's not as weird. At least I hope it's not.
Right.
No, that makes sense. So why do you, what's your opinion on why dolls make such, I guess, popular spirit vessels?
So I think it's because it reminds them of when they're alive, because a doll looks just like you and I. It has a head, it's got arms, it's got legs, it's got a face, it's got hair, it's got clothes. So it reminds them of before they passed away. I do have, this is super weird, but I do have some haunted objects. I have a haunted rocking chair and a haunted necklace. I just don't really talk about them because I'm still trying to figure them out. The medium that I get my dolls from is the one that I've got them from, and she's super good. She's been spot on so far. It's just, when I say I have a haunted doll, people are quick to believe me. If I say, hey, I have a haunted rocking chair, people are going to be like, whoa, she's nuts.
Right.
So I've been like just keeping that on the DL because people already think I'm nuts. I don't need to add on to that.
Yeah. Not because anyone with 120 something haunted dolls, they wouldn't be nuts.
Right.
Oh, so what does 2026 hold for you and like the Ghoulfriends? What are y'all going to try to do?
Well, our number one focus is going to be to open up that museum. Yes, my name might be on the deed, but that's going to be all 4 of our museums. It's not going to be just mine. They're going to have just as much of a role in it as I will. They'll all have keys to the doors. They'll all be able to go whenever they want. I've already decided there's going to be a picture of us with all of our signatures hanging on the wall. Those are my girls. Those are my sisters. I hate doing anything without them. So for 2026, I see Penn and I getting that book out, getting that museum open, and us just traveling to more locations and gaining those memories and, making the Haunted Garage Boys investigate with the Ghoulfriends. We've got to blend, but just getting out there more.
That was the next question. What you have that plan with them, and how about with Haunted Garage? We see them over here in the chat, and he's piping in. So great that they support you this way too.
That the guys are so supportive. Like anytime I'm doing anything, Frankie is in our group chat and he says, "Hey, Joslyn's doing this. Be on." And I love that. They're like my big brothers. They always have my back. Somebody tried to bully me in one of my posts on Facebook the other day, and Frankie jumped all over it. So definitely going to travel with them too. They've got some big, exciting things coming up that they're allowing me to be a part of, which I don't think he's announced it yet, but I am super thankful for them. Part of me still can't believe that they chose me to be a part of their team. So with that and with the Sallie House dolls, I'm still kind of on a high. So it's been amazing. It's been amazing past few months.
It sounds like it. And guys, you're over here in the chat. I'm going to reach out to you and see if y'all want to come on too. So look for that. Gosh, sounds like you're going to be busy in 26. Hopefully you find the place that you're looking for, and maybe a little closer, just so you feel better about it. Yes. And then let's see. Let's Go Ghouls is you and Ashley, if I'm okay. And then you and Ashley are also part of Ghoulfriends. So what's the separation between the two? Or is there any more?
So, kind of, we say there is, but there's really not. You'll never really see the 4 of us separated. So Ashley and I were a team, and then Penn was a team with her husband, and then Jennifer with Haunted Neighbors was a team with her husband and some friends. And we all met. I don't remember where. They're going to be mad at me for not remembering, and I'm sorry. Let me just apologize. I'm sorry. I don't remember where we met, but we met, and it was like instant connection from there. And I don't even know how we came up with the Ghoulfriends. We just started calling ourselves that one day, and it stuck with us. And like now people don't know us as Let's Go Ghouls or Haunted Neighbors or Penn Paranormal. Like when you see them post about us on Facebook, it's the Ghoulfriends. And I've been told by several people, they're like, man, we love the connection and the friendship that y'all have. And I'm like, me too, because I've never had that before. So it was just amazing how like 3 different teams made one. And we fight. We fight. I've left the group chat once, but I've always come back like maybe 30 minutes later. I was like, let me back in. I messed up. And they're like, fine. I love them. And I think they love me. And if they didn't, they wouldn't be opening up this museum with me. So.
Right. Yeah. How far scattered are you guys? We know Penn is in Kansas. You're in Oklahoma. How about the other 2?
So Ashley is in Kansas as well, and then Jen is in Missouri. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Nice. What we got here? You're an amazing group of women. Yes, because we talked about that, but I think we were kind of in that stage where it was cutting in and out that you all did something with that's Ashley with Ghost Gossip, right?
Yes.
So you all did some kind of event or something just a little while back.
We did a girls' weekend, and we had Ashley with Ghost Gossip, and we had a few other girls from other teams join us. We went to Glower Museum in Missouri, and then we did Belvoir Winery. Such a good night. We laughed so hard. We had the best time. One of us drank too much wine,
Oh
and
boy.
she passed out early, but it's fine. But yeah, we just had the best night, best weekend, really.
We're getting ready to do a team weekend at the end of the month, and it's always great when you're, just hanging out with people that you like and you have something in common with, right?
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
So, anything that you'd like us to know that's coming up, or do you do any cons? Do you take the dolls for people to see, anything like that?
So I don't really, besides Tina, I don't really take the dolls out with me. I'm working on a really big project with the Sallie House. I'm hoping it'll be done by February. I have 2 trips coming up to the Sallie House. One, I'm just doing a duo on the 2nd, and then the Ghoulfriends are going on the 30th because the doctor who lived in the house, whose family built the house, it's his birthday. So we're going to go celebrate his birthday and see if that can't pick up any activity. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I would say the Sallie House, I have some stuff going on there, and I cannot wait to leak that out. And it's going to be amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, those special event days are always something, and you hope that it does kick something up. So nice. We'll be looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Ashley, it's been great having you on. We have you back, and I don't have the date right now, but the Ghoulfriends are all coming on. So we're excited to see y'all. Talk to Ashley from Penn again. We appreciate you coming on tonight.
Absolutely.
A bummer there at the beginning, but I'm sure you'll have that figured out for next time, unless of course they're all messing with you again.
Well, you know what? I might just switch to a different room.
I love that, you switched either devices, whatever you did. And so then they resorted to turning the light off on you. Like, you're not going to stop us. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. They're rude. They're so rude.
Can't mess with the device. We'll just make it dark.
Yep. I taught them well. So cool. I taught them that. Everything they know, I taught them.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on tonight. We're going to throw you into the green room and chat with you real quick when we finish up.
Okay.
Thanks, Joslyn.
Oh
yeah, that was an interesting one, man.
Yeah, we said it during it, and while she was trying to come back, it never fails. Like when some people start talking about the spirits that they have or what they work on, Victoria with all the demon stuff, something tends to happen.
Yep.
Yeah,
and it's hard because we're doing a show, but the investigator part of me is like, this is so cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a live show, and I feel bad. I'm like, okay, we're trying to get you, and it's okay. We work with it, right? But yeah, it's great when it's like that. Like, okay, I'll change devices, and they're like, change a device. Click. Yep. Yeah, you're in the dark.
Got the light off on you. Yep.
So, Hannah Garage, thank you. I'm going to reach out and we'll try to have you guys
we'll hit you up
next year. Everyone, thank you for coming on tonight. It was a great show. Ashley's going to be back with the others and the Ghoulfriends, and watch for that.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see y'all next week.
Unraveling the Darkness would like to thank Horn Paranormal Research for sponsoring our show. If you're craving more paranormal content, don't forget to check out our YouTube and Facebook channels at Way Out West Paranormal and Unraveling the Darkness. You can catch all of our episodes of Unraveling the Darkness on Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe as it helps others find the show and join in on the paranormal fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, keep your lights on, stay safe, and remember, the truth is out there, and it might just be closer than you think.